So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I have a fun fact for you while the excavator's warming up. Well, it may not be a fun fact, but it's pretty wild. Check this out. The combined net worth of the most prominent billionaires in the United States would not be enough to pay a single year's interest payment on the national debt. So if you take Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Ken Griffin, Mark Cuban, Ray DeLeo, I don't know who that is, and George Soros, all their net worth, everything that they have comes up to $726 billion. And just the interest payment this year on the national debt is $730.8 billion. That's unbelievable. Saw something else this morning. This is kind of a fun fact. I belong to like a Super Duty page or something, and this guy posted a picture of the window sticker from his 2004 F350 King Ranch. Yeah, 2004 F350 King Ranch. It was loaded up, had the diesel in it, and the price of that truck in 2004, base price was 36 something. He had a whole bunch of options that came out to $47,000 and some change, and that was 20 years ago. Today that truck is $100,000. It's unbelievable. That's in 20 years. So at the rate things are going, I would not be surprised if a nice new pickup, if you can even get them then, 20 years from now will be $200,000. My guess is it's even going to be more than that. But that really puts it in perspective. 20 years ago. And the thing is, back then, they weren't really that much different than they are now. You know, they still had a lot of tech and everything back in 2004. A little bit fancier, but a King Ranch in 2004 was a very nice truck. And yeah, doubled in price, over doubled in price. Can you imagine that? So say, you know, 25 years, a new pickup truck could be $250,000. That's where we're headed. But anyway, enough depressing news. Let's cut some wood. Go over and grab some of those red oaks that I took down the other day. But I was reading through some of the comments from the last video. That's the one where I was talking about, I was trying to make up my mind between the 7.3 gas engine, Godzilla engine versus the Power Stroke for a new dump truck. And there were a lot of good comments. I think I'm going to go with the gasser. The people that were all in favor of the Power Stroke, I think they're missing one thing. It's my opinion, the diesels, they like to run. You know what I mean? Get them out on the road, pulling a load, whatever, just hammering down. But for running local, I just think the gasser will be a better fit. like I said, I'll go down to West Virginia, take that truck down there on occasion, not that often, but I just think the gasser is a better fit for my needs. A lot of people are saying, you know, the diesel has more power. I know that, there's no doubt about it, but I think for what my plan is, the gasser will be just fine. I really do. I think it'll work out great. These two trees right here, they died from the, I think, oak wilt. Pretty sure that's what got these. And now's the time of year to cut them. You're not supposed to prune or basically fool with oak trees at all in the summer months if you're worried about oak wilt, because it's like a fungus that can transmit from tree to tree through open wounds, but that can't happen when it's cold, I guess. I don't know. Gotta get a little, whoa, almost set it right on my saw. Woo! That was a close one. I want to get a better bite on it here. That would have been bad. Right on the old 500i. We're good. So I was just reading more of the comments on that last video. There was some confusion. Several people mentioned I just bought that 500-gallon diesel tank, and it wouldn't make any sense to buy a gas engine. That diesel tank is for off-road diesel, the dyed stuff. If you were to put that in your truck, the popo would throw you in jail. You're not allowed to run that on road, which is why they call it off-road diesel. So you don't have to pay the road tax on it, which is why it's cheaper. I know some people have tried it before and they've gotten pinched, and it's probably not a good idea to do that. There was another comment, and I think this guy was right about this oak right here. I thought it was the oak wilt that killed these, but all the bark was off of this one, and there are, you can see like the worm tracks on the wood. So they like killed the stuff between the bark and the wood basically. So I don't think this was oak wilt. I think this was some kind of bug got this one. It's actually kind of nice with the bark off of it. Nice and clean. The wood's perfect, not punky at all. Pretty nice stuff. We're getting a nice pow here. You're not going to see this video. You're going to see it on Saturday. And right now is Thursday afternoon. But we're going to surprise Melissa. Her birthday's coming up. And Hannah and grandson Bo are on their way here, and Melissa does not know that. I think she's going to be here about an hour or so. So I'm sure she'll be glad to see him. He's growing. He was big when he was born, but he's getting bigger. He's been very like bright-eyed, you know, eyes wide open and very alert ever since the day he was born, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna run over and grab another one of those oak logs. But anyway, I'm going to cut a little bit more, and I'll report back tomorrow morning. All right, it is first thing in the morning, and it is snowing again. I think we may actually get a fair amount out of this one. they kind of keep bumping up the forecast. It's a real fine snow, but it adds up. So we need to run out for just a bit. I need to pick up a few things, and I'm going to be taking the Subaru. I need to start driving this more, especially on days like this. These things go great in the snow, and plus there's no sense running a big pickup truck just to go pick up a few things from the store. When I get back, we got to get ready to do some snow plowing. I was totally unprepared for this snow. I didn't really care, to tell you the truth, but I've got nothing set up for plowing snow right now, but we'll figure something out here later on today. Maybe just a rear blade or a pusher box or something. So we'll get some attachments swapped around, and I also want to cut some wood back out the clearing later on today as well. But it's a nice day. I just went in the garage to get an ice scraper because the wipers were froze up, and I came out and they were working. But really weird windshield wiper design on these things. Figure them out there. Yeah, look, there's two of them, but they kind of almost follow the exact same path. Huh. See what kind of condition the main road is in. Shouldn't be too bad. Definitely snow covered. They have a heated driveway. Matter of fact, Tom from Concrete with the Hosses, him and his guys poured that driveway a couple years ago. Well, I got back to the house a little bit ago, and the snow has actually turned it up a notch. It's snowing pretty hard now, starting to pile up pretty good. So I brought the LX4020 down and put the snow pusher on. This is a 5-footer from Top Dog Attachments. This tractor could handle a 6-footer, probably even a 7-footer, but this one covers the tire tracks. Now, in my opinion only, snow pushers are for parking lots, and snow plows and rear blades are for driveways. Now, with that being said, you're probably wondering why I'm using the pusher box today. Well, here's why. Currently, I have a Backhoe on the 4020. I mentioned a couple weeks ago this was in the works and would be coming soon, but this is the BH77. That's a nice backhoe for a tractor. Obviously, I prefer the Excavator, but this will be used mostly down in West Virginia at the cabin. I've got a bunch of backhoe work to do down there in the spring. And, you know, I was going to take it off here today, put a rear blade on, but I figured for this little bit of snow, we'll just use the snow pusher. So, yeah, BH77. I've got plenty of rear ballast. So I don't think I'm going to do any plowing until the snow lets up a little bit, but I noticed the shoes on this are set kind of low. It's got like those long skid shoes on each side of the pusher box, and the ground's good and frozen, so I'm not too worried about taking, you know, much stone. So I'm going to adjust them, and then as soon as the snow lets up a little bit, we'll try this out. See what I'm saying there? The bottom of the shoe is probably, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch low. We're gonna adjust these up just a bit.
Yeah, looking at it from the back, that's much better. Let's see how it does. We'll just do a little test run here. Does not work at all. I pulled up on the concrete here. I'm going to show you what the problem is. That right there is as low as the loader arms will go. Now I can tilt it out and get lower, but if you do that, just the front's going down and the cutting edge is staying too far up off the ground. Yeah, right there is as low as the loader goes, okay? We're gonna get out and look at this. Yep, no good. I'm not sure why. This is probably designed for a smaller tractor, is my guess. But as you can see, the loader's down all the way, and it's about an inch and a half off the ground. Like I said, I could tilt it out, but that doesn't do you any good. Curling it back, it doesn't do any good. It's not gonna work, no matter what I do. All right, I think the snow is starting to die off here. We're gonna take the backhoe off the LX. I've never done that before, I just got it. Doesn't look like it'll be too difficult, and then we'll hook up a rear blade. One thing I like about this, there's a lot of room right here to get your hands in here to unhook the lines. Looks like we just pull these two pins right here. First we're gonna do this here. Controls are different than the Excavator, I think, yeah. Smooth, I'll say that. Outriggers. That was hands down the easiest by far ever removal of a backhoe on a tractor. I just snapped these two together. I'm going to put these pins just back in here so I don't lose them. But I'm telling you what, that was they got that figured out right there. No joke. Took me a minute, maybe two, and I've never done it before. What's nice is, well, besides coming off so easy, you don't have any hoses left over on the tractor that you have to like snap together or anything. You can just turn that valve. I'm trying to do this one hand, hold on. So you don't have a small hose here that's going to get in the way. Just turn that. That's it. right, we are finally in business. I got the rear blade on. If you noticed here, I've got the blade spun around backwards. I was kind of surprised, as cold as it has been this week, the limestone was still coming up. So if you spin it around like that, it works pretty good. Kind of leaves most of the stone, yet still gets most of the snow off. We got probably 3 or 4 inches. We've had so many people in and out of here today. It was all kind of packed down. But later on today, I got to plow a couple neighbors, and I'll run down to my mom's, take care of her driveway as well. But the tires on this work fantastic. Our driveway is pretty steep. It wasn't like I was moving a ton of snow, but just dragging that blade, I never spun a tire. Nice tires. Well, fortunately, we didn't get much snow today because I was completely unprepared for it. I knew it was coming, but I didn't do anything to get ready for it. I probably should have done that, but it all worked out in the end. And even when I started to get ready for it, things didn't work out because I thought that pusher box would work on this tractor, but it does not. But the highlight of the day, I would have to say, is how easy that backhoe comes off this LX tractor. Really, really nice. I've never had a tractor with a backhoe that was that easy to get off. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on just as easy. That's a nice setup on there. Makes it really nice. But anyway, before I wrap this video up, a couple things I wanted to mention. Number one, you're gonna see this video Saturday morning, 8 a.m. At 4 p.m. today, we're gonna have Firestarter available once again. A lot of people have been emailing, asking when we're going to have it again. It will be on at 4 p.m. today, and we're doing something a little bit different. We have had people buying like 5 and 6 bags. I don't know what they're doing with it. Maybe they're selling it out of the trunk of their car in a dark alley. I have no idea. So for those people, what we are offering is our normal 2 1.75 pound bags for 25 bucks. We have the 4 pound bags, and we're also going to offer 10 1.75 pound bags. We got the right size boxes to fit 10 of them. Now they'll come UPS, but shipping's probably going to be 20-25 bucks the whole way out west. So per bag, it's not going to be very much at all. So if you want to stock up for the year, if you want to give some to your neighbors or your family, you can get 10 bags, which is 17.5 pounds of Firestarter. Keep in mind, you can start at least 30 fires out of 1 bag. So you'll be able to start 300 fires at least. That'll pretty much get you through the year. So all that, like I said, will be on the website today at 4 o'clock. And lastly, don't forget, if you're interested, sign up for our newsletter. All you do is go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com. There will be a pop-up that comes up. You enter your email, hit submit, and you will get our newsletter. A few people have said they signed up and didn't get it, but I tell you, we have had a huge success with this, meaning we can see how many people open the email that we send, and it's like 90%, which is unheard of for that type of thing. So check your spam folder. Make sure you went to our website and you did it the right way. It's very simple, but sign up for the newsletter. What we do, kind of a recap of the last couple weeks or month, what to expect moving forward, and a few behind the scene things and things like that. But I'm rambling on now. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.